The CPU and GPU are the two most important components inside of a PC. This will literally determine whether your gaming performance is amazing with no stutters or it's terrible and you suffer from FPS drops. If you want to play at 1440p resolution and you're looking to build a new PC or maybe to buy a pre-built PC, then you came to the right place. I will show you the best CPU and GPU combos for 1440p resolution that you can buy right now, and you will find the links to these combos down below in the video description with the latest prices and availability in your region. And on top of that, you will also find the best pre-built PCs with these combos in case you want to buy a gaming PC that's already built for you. My name is Valentino. That being said, let's start. With the first combo, we have the budget CPU and GPU combo. This one has a Ryzen 5 7600 CPU, which is a very power efficient, fast CPU that's going to be amazing to pair with this graphics card, the Intel Arc B580. In terms of gaming performance, you can expect over 60 plus FPS on average when it comes to 1440p resolution gaming. Very fast performance, especially for the price. If you're not looking to spend a lot of money and you don't really care about playing the latest, most high demanding games at 100 plus FPS on average, this combo will be perfect for you, and the price by the time of filming goes for $500 USD. When it comes to esports shooters, I'm talking about games like CS2, Valorant, Fortnite, you can expect well over 200 FPS competitive settings, so feel free to go with a 165Hz 1440p monitor. Now, if you want the best value 1440p combo, I recommend you having the Ryzen 5 9600X CPU alongside the Nvidia RTX 5060 Ti graphics card or RX 9060 XT. Both of these graphics cards will allow you to play at 1440p with no issues, 70 plus FPS on average, high to ultra settings in high demanding games, very fast performance, and the price is very decent. That's why these two options are some of the best value graphics cards for 1440p. However, the 9060 XT might be your best price to performance option if you find it in stock at its MSRP of $350. The 5060 Ti goes for a higher price, but it's from Nvidia, so you can expect a better upscaling technology. DLSS works better, therefore the Nvidia option might be your best bet. Also, the 5060 Ti might be better when it comes to content creation and productivity work, so if you're a content creator, this might be your best option as well, but it is going to be a bit more expensive. The CPU and GPU combo with the 5060 Ti from Nvidia goes for around $680 by the time of filming, and if you go with the 9060 XT from AMD, you will be spending around $550 if you can find the 9060 XT in stock. Also, keep in mind that both of these graphics cards come with 16 gigs of VRAM, because both of these GPUs also have an 8GB version, which yes, might be cheaper, but I would never recommend you buying a graphics card with 8 gigs of VRAM in 2025 for 1440p high to ultra settings gaming. And when it comes to esports shooters, you can expect over 240 plus FPS on average, so feel free to go with a 1440p 240Hz display. For faster performance, with the best upper mid-range combo, we have the Ryzen 7 9700X, which is an amazing 8-core processor, alongside the Nvidia RTX 5070, which is one of the best graphics cards in the market for 1440p resolution. You can expect around 100 plus FPS on average, very high performance at 1440p even in high demanding games, and since you get 8 cores, this CPU might be one of the best ones when it comes to productivity work and content creation performance. Also, with the 5070, you will be able to play games at 1440p with ray tracing enabled, or if you want to upgrade to 4K in the future, well, the 5070 is 4K capable as well, but I would recommend you turning on DLSS, especially in high demanding games at 4K, for you to achieve a smoother level of gaming performance. The total price for this CPU and GPU combo is $900 USD by the time of filming. Maybe when you're watching this, the prices are actually cheaper, or maybe they are more expensive, so I do recommend you checking the latest pricing and availability from the links down in the video description. And then if you want a high-end combo for 1440p resolution gaming, I recommend you getting the Ryzen 7 7800X3D alongside the Nvidia RTX 5070 Ti, which is one of the fastest graphics cards in the market for 1440p. In fact, you can expect over 130 plus FPS on average, high to ultra settings in high demanding games, and you can easily play at 4K resolution as well in case you want to upgrade to a 4K monitor at some point. Since you get this Ryzen 7 7800X3D, if you want to play esports games, you can expect well over 360 plus FPS, so feel free to go with a 360Hz 1440p monitor if you really want to compete in these type of games. Now, the total price for this system by the time of filming is around 1200 USD. If you can find the RX 9070 XT at its MSRP, that graphics card will be a much better price to performance option than the 5070 Ti, but by the time of filming, the 5070 Ti is actually slightly cheaper than the 9070 XT, and it's also slightly better. But I will give you the option to go AMD on this one from the links down in the video description, just in case you can find the 9070 XT at a better price. And then if you want to max out 1440p, and I'm talking about ray tracing enabled, ultra settings with no issues in any kind of game, then I recommend you getting the Ryzen 7 9800X3D CPU, which is the fastest gaming CPU in the market, alongside the Nvidia RTX 5080. An amazing 1440p and 4K graphics card, and you can expect 140 plus FPS on average when it comes to 1440p high to ultra settings. Insane performance. Just keep in mind that the 5080 is not a good value GPU, so I would only recommend you buying this graphics card if you have a bunch of money to spend and you want the fastest performance for 1440p. Of course, the fastest performance comes from the RTX 5090, but that graphics card is over $2,000 by itself, so it's very expensive. If you care about price to performance, go with any other graphics card I mentioned today, but if you care about just performance, this 5080 might be your best option. Now, the price is going to be around 1850 bucks by the time of filming, and as I said before, you get the fastest CPU in the market, so feel free to max out any monitor refresh rate in esports games. So you can easily fit a 1440p 480Hz monitor. Now, keep in mind that you can get the best combo out there, but the entire PC has to be compatible with this combo, because yes, you can have the best CPU and GPU combo, but if the power supply is not good enough, then your PC might randomly shut down. Or if you don't have enough memory, you can suffer from stutters anyway while gaming in some games. That being said, if you want the best gaming PC around these combos, you will find them down in the video description, and if you want to build a complete PC around the CPUs and GPUs, I recommend you watching my video on the best PC builds of the month, where I go over every budget and every resolution. You can find it in the top right corner of the screen. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next one.